Good morning, honored in-house council, guests, and sponsors. My name is Mitch שלוביץ, and I'm the founder and the first president of ACC Israel. Looking out at this vast crowd, it's so nice to see old friends, colleagues, and clients. Thank you, Adva and Nira, along with Udi, Ifat, and Hadar, the entire ACCI board, and all of you for the opportunity to speak to you today. My introduction to the in-house bar was exactly 24 years ago to the day today, July 4th, 1999, when I joined the legal department at Gilat Satellite Networks. Up until that time, I worked for approximately 8 years in big New York City law firms and a big Israeli firm, one of the sponsors here, Goldfarb, and I thought I knew it all. Boy, was I wrong. Speed, business acumen, pragmatism, problem solving, getting things done, budgets, advising off the cuff, and the list goes on, as many of you or all of you know. That's not what we were taught in the law firms, and certainly not in law school. In researching how to become a good in-house lawyer, I discovered the American Corporate Counsel Association, then known as ACCA, a Washington, D.C.-based organization dedicated to the professional development, training, and support for in-house counsel. As the days passed for me at Gilat, and as I was confronted with issues that in-house counsel before me had to have addressed, I realized that having such a professional network in Israel could help all of us. It could help us professionally, our colleagues, and also our companies. I picked up the phone from Tel Aviv and I called ACCA, and I convinced them that an Israeli branch could be very, very successful, as the high-tech sector in 1999 was booming, and the ranks of Israeli in-house counsel were continuing to grow. We decided to put on a pilot event to gauge interest. The problem at that time was that there were no lists of Israeli in-house counsel. For the companies that had in-house counsel, they kept it a secret, and it was all on a need-to-know basis. There was no LinkedIn, there was no social media, and there was really no way to find out who were the in-house counsel that I wanted to invite to this pilot program. My Hebrew then, as now, unfortunately, was not so great, and so I asked my wife, Nirit, who was sitting here today, to help me to put together a list. And so she made phone calls, getting a lot of responses like, who are you and who wants to know who the in-house counsel is at this company? But she continued and she put together the first comprehensive list of in-house counsel, and that was our first invitation list for this first pilot event. I reserved a room at the Lishka on Daniel Frisch Street. I procured sponsors, and we had the first pilot event on April 2nd, 2000. And it was all about the new Israeli companies law that had not yet become effective, but was soon to be moving forward. It was a big success with about 30 in-house counsel, some of whom are actually sitting here today. And I still remember the late nights working at Gilat, typing the name tags for this event and putting them in the plastic holders and asking myself, why am I doing this? My wife and my young children were at home waiting for me, and I had already been working very long hours. And I considered, just throwing in the towel, but I decided to push forward, and I'm very, very happy that I did. After the pilot event, I reported back to the ACCA, and on the same call, they said, well, Mitch, listen, we've created an Israeli chapter of the ACCA at the time, and we've appointed you as president. So now go pick a board. And that's what I did. My vision for ACCI was to build a professional network of Israeli in-house counsel where none existed. We would offer professional programs on substantive issues facing Israeli in-house counsel, and most importantly, build long-lasting professional relationships and friendships in a relaxed and collaborative environment. If you had an issue, you could inquire of other in-house counsel on how they dealt with it. If you needed outside counsel referrals, you had a network you could approach. You could find colleagues who could guide you, and so much more. ACCI was launched in Israel in 2000, and from the launch, continuing through today, ACCI has been recognized for excellence in programming, membership ranks, and activity, and has served as a model for ACCA's global expansion. Through the hard work of our board members during my tenure as president from 2000 to 2004, together with the succeeding ACCI presidents, boards, and members who have donated their precious time, I'm proud to say that my early vision has clearly been realized. And I'm so proud to see all of you here today. Today, every Israeli in-house counsel has access to an amazing, deep network of colleagues and friends and professional educational programs through the ACCI. Thanks to all of you, ACCI has become more successful than I could have ever imagined. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share this story, to speak before you today. Have an amazing day, and congratulations, ACC Israel.